Hi, welcome to my ingredients analysis and application demo of the brand new Marc JACOBS Omega Glaze All Over Foil Luminizer. I am so excited to try out this product. I have so many highlighters, I don't even want to share with you how many that actually is. However, my philosophy is there's always room for one more. So when I saw this on Sephora.com, I didn't even care about the $49 price tag. I knew I just had to have it. In today's video, we are going to do an ingredients review. I have researched every single ingredient in this product, and I'm going to share all of my findings with you and let you know if they are good for your skin or potentially harmful. I'm also going to do an application demo, and we're going to see how this product looks on the skin as well as how it wears. And finally, I am going to share with you a very helpful tip on how to apply highlighter if you have mature skin. So if you have fine lines and wrinkles, there's a special little trick that I always share, and today I'm going to share that with you. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you hit that notification bell so you'll never miss any of my upcoming videos. And trust me, you don't want to, because my videos are going to share with you all the ingredients that go into products to help you become a more informed consumer. So let's jump right into these ingredients. The first set of ingredients are the colorants, and colorants do exactly what they sound like they're going to do. They add color to the product. The first colorant is mica, which is a natural mineral. I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's in many different cosmetics, and I would bet that it's in a lot of cosmetics you already have in your home. Mica adds a lot of sparkle and shine to products. It's also water resistant. The next ingredient is tin oxide, and this is an opacifying agent. Opacifying agents help to make the product more opaque, and they do this by reducing the clear and translucent qualities to the formula. The tin oxide helps to add a lot of gloss, the glossy glaze, to the highlighter. The next ingredient is titanium dioxide, and you've probably heard of this before because it does have UV protection. It protects against UVA and UVB rays. It also coats mica, and it helps to create a real shimmering effect to the highlighter. And it's a white powder with opacifying properties. The fourth colorant in this formula is synthetic Fluorphlogopite, and this is simply a synthetic mica, and it gives a real glittery quality to the highlighter. The next colorant is iron oxide, and this is an opacifying agent that adds black, brown, red, and yellow pigments to the formula. The last two colorants are calcium aluminum borosilicate and calcium sodium borosilicate, and these are shimmering mineral powders, and they have a very iridescent color shifting type of sparkling quality to them. These are both also bulking agents, which increase the volume of the highlighter, just the volume of the product. Speaking of bulking agents, we also have microcrystalline cellulose, and this ingredient has anti-caking properties, which means that the formula is just very smooth and uniform. It prevents the formula from having clumps inside the actual highlighting powder. It's also an emulsion stabilizer, which means that it keeps the oil portions of the product and the liquid portions of the product from separating. Now on to the emollients. Emollients thicken the formula, they help to prevent water loss, and they have just a very nice smoothing, softening effect to the skin. The first emollient is Caprylic and Capric triglyceride, which is a combination of coconut oil with glycerin. And remember, glycerin is a super hydrator as well as a humectant, which means it really sucks in moisture from the air, and moisture even sitting on top of the skin into the skin, creating a very plumping effect. This is a wonderful ingredient when you have fine lines and wrinkles. So this triglyceride shields the skin from environmental irritants, and it's an excellent emollient and is very resistant to water loss. This is a really nice anti-aging ingredient, and I look for this ingredient all the time in all the different skincare and cosmetics products I use. We also have two other emollients. One of them is Diisostearyl malate, and the other one is Bis-Diglyceryl polyactyldippate 2. So those both also have just incredible smoothing and softening qualities to the skin, and it's going to give you a really nice application and feel once the product is on your face. Now let's move on to the silicones, and silicones give the highlighter a very smooth, silky feel. The first silicone is Phenyl Trimethicone, and this is a skin conditioner that increases the viscosity of the formula. Viscosity means resistance to flow. So something with a higher viscosity is going to have a higher thickness. Think of maple syrup versus water. Maple syrup has a much higher viscosity than water, and it has a resistance to flow. When a product has a high viscosity, it's very good for dry skin. The thicker the product, typically, the friendlier it is to drier skin. This is why when you have oily skin, you tend to look for products that are more of a fluid type of nature. Dry skin, you're looking more for creams. The second silicone in this formula is Dimethicone, and this is a silicone based in oil. The third silicone in this formula is Dimethicone / vinyl dimethicone Crosspolymer, and this is an emulsion stabilizer. So once again, when the highlighter is being created, it's keeping the oils and the liquids from separating, and it's also a thickener. It's just going to keep the formula nice, thick, consistent, and it's also a suspending agent. Now, when you think of lip glosses or nail polishes, those types of products, a suspending agent is going to keep the heavier products from sinking to the bottom and to keep the formula very uniform in appearance. Same thing for the highlighter. It's just going to keep the pigments, all of the ingredients uniform across the formula when it's being manufactured. The fourth silicone is Silica, and this is a mineral, and this has spherical shape to it, so it's wonderful for when you spread it on the face. You're going to just get a nice, very uniform type of coverage. This is a thickening agent, it's an anti-caking agent, it's also an absorbent, so it does absorb excess oil or moisture on the face. The problem with silica is it can be drying to anyone with dry skin. When we have dry skin, we don't have that much excess oil and moisture, and unfortunately the silica can soak up what we do have. Now on to preservatives. Capryl glycol and ethylhexylglycerin both have skin conditioning and skin softening properties to them. Sodium dehydroacetate is simply a preservative. And the last ingredient I want to mention is an antioxidant, and this is Tocopherol, which is vitamin E, which is going to have this beautiful skin smoothing, wrinkle reducing, line reducing properties to it. I don't exactly know why they put the Tocopherol in there. I'm wondering if it's just to say that there is an antioxidant in the product, or to say the product does contain vitamin E. I mean, I'm happy it's there, but I don't know what it does to enhance the formula itself. Those are all of the ingredients in Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze Luminizer, and overall I'm really happy with everything I saw in there. I have such dry skin. I am 36 years old, and I am, borderline into that mature skin age. So for me to see lots of emollients and even the vitamin E in there makes me very happy. I feel like I'm putting something onto my skin that's just going to improve it, not take away from it. Now let's move on to the actual application, and I have to say I absolutely love the casing for this highlighter. I'm seeing lots of silver and red glitter embedded into the actual plastic, so it still feels very smooth, and it's different. It's a departure from Marc Jacobs typical glossy black packaging, and I think it's just a little bit of fun. The button has this metallic red color to it, and when I open up the actual product, I have a beautiful big mirror, which I really like because I am all about mirrors and compacts. And when I'm looking at the product itself, it does have a lot of color to it. Now, when I'm rubbing my finger against the product, there is still a lot of shimmer inside the powder. Sometimes, and I'm sure you've seen this before, when you have a product that has a lot of kind of a glittery type of glaze on top, once you wipe your finger, you realize it's just some sort of spray they put towards the end of the manufacturing of the product, and underneath it's much less sparkly. That's not the case with this one. As I'm just rubbing my finger all over, I am seeing that there is a lot of luminous qualities, a lot of glitter, shimmer, shine inside the powder as well. So let's see what this is like when we apply it. And I don't know if you do this as well. If you do, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. But I can never keep anything nice. And just fooling around right now with the formula, I dug my nail into it, and now my brand new beautiful Omega Glaze highlighter now has an ugly indentation from my fingernail. So enough of me just rubbing my finger into the formula. I really want to see what this is going to look like when I put it on. I have this Anastasia highlighter brush that I love to use, and I'm just going to swirl it into the product and apply. As I was applying this, the first thing I thought of is it's pink. This highlighter, I hope it's showing up on camera. I am seeing so much pink on my face, and not just a soft, light pastel type of sweet pink. This is a metallic pink. It's really unusual. I've never had a pink highlighter like this. It's almost it's like a metallic bubblegum pink with some rose gold infused in it. When they were manufacturing this product, the iron oxide that we talked about earlier in the ingredients that does the yellow and the red and the black and the brown, when they mix that color together, they went hard on the red, I have to say. I am really seeing that in this formula. So this is very bold. This is not something you're going to wear if you're going for a very natural type of look. Now that the highlighter is applied, I am going to just observe it for a little while, see how it wears on my skin, how I feel about all of this pink reflect I have going on, and then I'll share my thoughts with you towards the end of this video as to whether I feel that this highlighter is worth spending $49 on. In the meantime, I would love to share my mature skin tip for applying highlighter with you. So let's jump into that right now. As you know, when I applied my highlighter, I used this Anastasia of Beverly Hills highlighter brush. And this brush I love to use because it diffuses the highlighter really nicely on my cheekbones and the rest of my face. However, this highlighter brush has a lot of surface area, so when I'm applying this to my skin, I have a lot less control as to where I want that powder to go. Now, if you have fine lines and wrinkles, especially ones underneath your eyes or a bit of crow's feet, you don't want to put too much highlighter on those areas because you will literally be highlighting those areas. The irony with mature skin and makeup application is that as we are getting older, we start to think, oh, maybe I should wear more makeup, maybe I need makeup to cover up these areas, but too much makeup can actually enhance them. So you don't want to use a highlighter brush like this. What you want to do is to use an eyeshadow brush. Now this is a Wayne Goss eyeshadow brush. This is brush number 3. These are very luxurious and the hair on them is so incredibly soft, and these brushes they're made for everyone, but they are so special for mature skin. Now, as you can see with this eyeshadow brush, I have a lot less surface area. This is going to give me a lot more control as to where I apply the product. So as I am putting the eyeshadow brush into the highlighter and putting it on my face, I can just lightly glide this on in a much smaller area, and if I do have a few large wrinkles under my eye area, I can just easily avoid them. You're still going to get that beautiful sheen, you're going to have the beautiful glow, but you're going to have a lot of control as to where it goes, and that is the key to this trick. And when you are applying highlighter, keep in mind you want to put the highlighter where the sun would naturally reflect on your face. So that would be your cheekbone area, the tip of your nose, as well as the bridge of your nose. And I always put it just a little bit above each eyebrow, a tiny bit on my chin as well. And I like to always put some on my collarbone and my shoulder, because when you're out and about, it just gives such a beautiful little sheen and glimmer to your skin as you're moving around. Well, it's been a few hours since I applied the Marc Jacobs Omega Luminizer Highlighter, and I've had some time to really let it settle into my skin, and I've taken some selfies with it to see how it photographs. I've also just looked in the mirror a bunch and thought about who would this highlighter benefit the most. What I really like about this highlighter is that it has great staying power. Once you put this on, it is not going to go anywhere until you wash your face at night, unless you get caught in some sort of freak rainstorm or you sweat it off. It is going to stay there. And I do love the packaging as well. I'm such a sucker for big mirrors and compacts, and there is a lot of product here. It is 10 grams, so I think you get great value for your money. What I think would be really challenging for some people with this shade, and this shade is called Showstopper, is that it has a lot of pink metallic foiled type of reflect in it with larger glittery pieces. So for me, this highlighter is something I would wear when I'm in Dubai and I'm going out for a ladies' night out with a bunch of my girlfriends, and we're hitting up the newest club, or we're going to a lounge, or even just a really nice dinner. Like, this is a great highlighter to wear when you're just gonna have a really fun night out with your girlfriends. I would never wear this to school for the pickup and drop-offs of my kids. I definitely wouldn't wear it grocery shopping, and I wouldn't wear it when I am going out to dinner with my husband either, because it's a little bit too out there. My dad did ask me why I had pieces of glitter on my face. So yeah, it is glittery, but it is just a fun, just very unusual type of highlighter. If you are somebody who loves makeup like I do, and you collect makeup, you have already maybe 30 highlighters. Trust me, some people do. Some people have more, me. But if you're somebody that just loves highlighters and you love to, just buy lots of different types of products, this is a great one to add to your collection. And you will get a lot of use out of it if you do have those really big, fun nights out. If you're someone who doesn't have a highlighter and you're looking to buy one, or maybe you have one or two and you just want to add one more that's a little bit different to your collection, I would say don't get this one, because it is kind of out there with the metallic pink foil. This is something that is just a very special occasion type of highlighter. And if you're looking for something for more of an everyday use on, an everyday type of rotation, I think that this one would end up collecting a lot of dust. in your makeup cabinet. So overall, for me, yes, it's a great addition to my collection, and I will absolutely wear it when I'm out with the girls, but it's definitely not an everyday product. So I hope you enjoyed watching this review as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Please join my growing community here on YouTube, where we really analyze ingredients in the products we're putting on our face and our bodies and our hair, and we become more informed consumers. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now to Lauren O'Connell Beauty TV, and let's navigate together through the world of beauty.